Here's how you guys can get the Necrofluid Gauntlet wonder weapon with inside of Ashes of the Damned. With the first thing you're going to need to do is break Klaus out of jail, in which you're going to need to open the door to the sheriff's office in Ashwood, and then make your way back to Janus Towers around round 8 to 10 and on, in which you're going to need to head towards the lake area gate, in which there's going to be a Uber Klaus that will end up spawning in. Kill that Uber Klaus and you will get a stabilizer chip. Once you have that chip, bring it back to Klaus in the jail cell and get some stuns to end up throwing at him to wake him up. But once you have woken up Klaus, take him to the Ascension area and go to this underground area, in which you're going to need to put him in front of this little panel right here. Once he has interacted with it, you can then interact with it, and you'll have to stand in this circle to get stand, in which it's going to be a miniature lockdown, in which you need to stay in that little circle. Once you have done that, you will then be able to grab the canister that was locked behind that glass door. And then now we need to get the car for Old Tessie and take it to each of the power pumps that we interacted with early on in the map, from Ashwood, Blackwood Lakes, and then Vendor Farms, in which doing it in that order makes it extremely easy, as each time you have placed the canister with inside of these power plants, you're going to end up having a timer in which it's going to then expire. So going from Ashwood to the Blackwood Lake, then to farm, makes it extremely easy, especially considering once you have done it for the last time, you're going to need to take it to the bottom of the barn in the farm and with this box. Once you have done that, leave the farm using the launch pads to go back to it. The best way I've done it is launching to Janus Towers back to farm, in which you can see all these 3 glowing symbols with on top of the farm's roofs, in which you're now going to need those symbols and go back to the box and enter these symbols on each side of the box, matching the symbols that were on that roof. Once you have done that, interact with the eye of the bot and it will give you the Necrofluid wonder weapon, in which a lockdown sequence is going to start. And the way to get out of this lockdown sequence is simply to shoot the green orbs that end up spawning and reloading, making sure you have some bullets still left in which it's going to drag that ammo back to you with the orbs as well. Once you have gotten all the orbs, you will then have the Necrofluid Gauntlet with inside of Ashes of the Damned. And for more zombies tips like this, hit that subscribe button.